morning, my channel mammals. What are you doing down here? Are you going to help me ship today? This is Yankee Ferry's shipping department. And it's where we're shipping all the orders from that people are writing to us about. And so if you happen to have an order that you want to order, you'll know where I am. I'm down here wrapping it for you. These are some of the things that that we have down here. Some things aren't. We have more stored down in these cupboards and so forth. And then, but this used to be 2 bunk beds, a bunk bed up here and a bunk bed here. And so far, we're just using this rack here. And see, here's the ladder to get up to the upper bunk. And still someone could come and stay here if they wanted to. And then over here is the last bunk of the original Yankee that the sailors used to sleep in those, and then in the morning they would shove them up against the hull and have room for all the men to get dressed. And in the middle there were hammocks everywhere. Not this kind of a hammock, but just a very functional hammock. And let's see these hooks on the wall? Those hooks that you see there? That's where other of these bunks were also. They were all along the walls. 16 crew slept down here. Not just in this part. We put this wall up here. So it was twice as big as this originally. So you're only seeing half of the bunk area. And it was called the forecastle. That's what this part of the ship is called. And it comes from the word forecastle. And it's a part of the ship that has morphed into that word. And I think the most exciting part about this is that for years we had just that blue thick insulation up in here. It's all wood and steel, but we needed to have a ceiling, but we never did make one. And then there were a few floods upstate where we keep our things up there, and it caused a friend of ours who was stowing framing. He used to make frames for people as a side business of making money, and he had all these frames, frame parts in slots. I mean, they were all throughout down below in this old school. And when the flooding came, it harmed the framing. You can't really tell it very well, but it's not good enough for using for people's frames. And so I think he got his money from insurance. And see, here's an example. See how it's all peeling there? And there's sort of like mold growing on it. And there are places where you can see evidence of this flooding. But what was left there, it was just getting worse and worse every year. And when we needed to have a shipping department, we decided we would start to sell our work again and have a shipping department. And so this was the only place on Yankee where we could do it. And I thought about this molding, and I thought, well, we can just nail this molding up and cover and make a proper ceiling. So Bob, our wonderful friend and neighbor, who comes and helps constantly, just so wonderful. He came, and we thought we were never going to finish this. It's a very difficult job, more difficult than it looks. We both thought we were never going to finish. It just went on for weeks and months, but it's beautiful, I think, now. you can see how, you know, we went along and filled in between all of the supports of the ship and all the way back here. And it's not perfect in that we didn't like fill between, you know, fill the holes of nails and so forth, because it just seemed to be fine the way it is. You can come all the way back and you can see back overhead over here. You could maybe go around this way, my channels, and you can see up here another level of the work over the bunk beds. Isn't it beautiful? I love the way it looks. It's all just putting something to work that didn't have any use before. If you come back over here and stand, you can see the opening here that goes out that door, and where things are stowed up there as well. So I come down here every day. We've been getting a couple of shipments a day come in, and it's just a joy because I feel like I'm so close to everybody. I feel like I'm knowing them, and every box, well, we don't have any one size box, or because every order is a different configuration. So every one is like making a puzzle, and it is so much fun. Just finding all these things and organizing them that we just find on the streets, really. And then, or from unpacking other packages, and we reuse everything that way. So I thought it'd be fun to share it with you. And this looks like we take our afternoon naps here, but I have yet to get in that hammock. I work at this table and at the desk. I'm going to make proper labels for those boxes. That's where jewelry is stowed. Everything has a place, and we don't have all of our work here by any means. Here, look, I'll show you this. So this is an example you wouldn't know. That's where we stow all of our little boxes for the jewelry. So there's a place for everything, and it's working out really well. We're really grateful to have this space. So you can be thinking of us down here when your orders are being sent off. I'm glad you came to join me tonight.